He starts on the outside of row 2. So the BKC Racing team, which has been extremely successful in the X30 classes with Callum Bradshaw and several other drivers. Bradshaw running with the team in the CIK FIA Academy for Team Great Britain, have annexed 3 of the top 4 starting spots. Rob Dodds' cup of karting joy overfloweth. For those of you playing commentary bingo in the timing building, I've got that one out there early doors. Behind the top 4, Mario Mills, the JM Racing number 19, the RK chassis for Mario, and the leading Fusion Motorsport kart of Angus Moolsdale. Oliver York for Coles Racing, and Chris Rogers Motorsports number 46 of Morgan Porter on row 4. Max Gian and Louis Westover on row 5. Owen Byatt and Teddy Pritchard Williams on row 6. Ethan Pitt and Freddie Simpson Stacey on row 7. Matthew Graham and Alessandro Serenetti, the 2 Jade Kart teammates, on row 8. Then it's Ben Waldridge, Harrison Wedgbury, Cormac Dunn from Ireland, Toby Stevenson, Matthew Berry, Ross Woodford, Henry Laws on the Mad Croc kart, Oliver Greetham, Kyle Connolly, Jensen Harvey, Billy Vasilev, Ben Healy-Smith, Harrison Smith and Fraser Fennick. Then the 6 B final drivers, so watch for Elliot Harvey and Oliver Clark. Here we go. Now hold your breath through turn number 1. Already we got Toby Stevenson spinning before he gets to the corner. Bav Singh is slow away and everybody else behaved themselves. Phew, because it is going to be a very tense first couple of corners in every race. And the X30 juniors, let's hope they haven't used up all their brain power on the first corner. Oh dear. Ed Hack vaults up over the top of Sam McDonnell, and somehow they both continue. But Jack Mabin, the pole sitter, has got a huge breakaway on. Looking at Elliot Harvey and Oliver Clark trying to battle their way through, but Hack and McDonnell were squabbling over second. I think Ed Hack simply missed his braking point and launched himself up over the front of McDonnell's kart. Luckily, both are okay, although the Clarks were watching, and it means that Jack Mabin leads by 1.07 seconds at the end of lap number 1 from Callum Bradshaw, and Oliver York in the number 13 Coles Racing kart pushing Bradshaw along and trying to push Bradshaw up to the leader and push him away from the number 30 kart of Angus Moolsdale, who has moved into 4th place, the driver from Glasgow. And then we're side by side for 5th, and that is Morgan Porter on the Octane kart, moving into 5th position. McDonald is there in 6th. Owen Byatt in the number 11, that pink and purple independent run kart, is next. Then the Litchfield Motorsport number 22 of Max Gian, with a bright orange stripe down the side of it for Dave Litchfield's team. And then it is Matthew Graham on the best of the Jades. Ed Hack is down in 11th. Axel Laflamme gets a warning flag in the number 90 kart. He was in the B final qualifiers. So Hack is 11th now in the number 149 kart. Behind him is Teddy Pritchard Williams for Mark Baines Motorsport. Then it's Louis Westover, Alessandro Serenetti, Fred Stimpson Stacey, and Oliver Clark, one of the best placed transfer driver, showing why he races with Bradshaw for Team UK. He's gone from 32nd to 16th inside 3 laps in the number 62 M Sport kart, and put Oliver Clark up another place because the number 135 kart of Freddie Simpson Stacey has just been put to the sword, so to speak, at the second hairpin. Further back, Ethan Pitt, Jensen Harvey and Cormac Dunn rounding out the top 20. Trying to see where Elliot Harvey is. He's 21st in the global karting machine, and the officials are having a look at something to do with Callum Bradshaw's start. Was he out of the tram lines? Did he get the jump on the pole man? The pole man should really be the first kart across the line at the start of a race. Thus the whole concept of pole position, but we'll see. I'm not privy to any of the footage that the officials have a look at. But Mabin, he's not allowing Bradshaw and York to close in on him too much. He's under pressure, but he's certainly not letting that pressure get to him. Mario Mills has dropped back quite a bit. He's in the outskirts of the top 10. And the recovering spinners from the opening lap, Toby Stevenson in the number 117 cart, and Bav Singh, who was slow away, passing the number 38 of Star Casey. That's outside the top 30. And Oliver York now pushes Bradshaw under the banking, and for the first time, as they start lap number 5, Mabin's lead is visibly smaller. So Bradshaw with a bit between his teeth. He's got his teammate in front of him, and he's got Oliver York, former British cadet champion, passing him for second place. And behind them in fourth place, really good run for Angus Moolsdale in cart number 30. Well, let's have a look at Moolsdale's results. He hasn't had a top 5 so far this weekend, but he's only had one heat race where he finished outside the top 10. That consistency is now paying off, because Moolsdale on lap number 5 is only 1.5 seconds behind the lead trio. And it is a trio because York and Bradshaw have virtually caught Mabin now. Behind Moolsdale in 5th place is Sam McDonald. Morgan Porter is 6th. Matthew Graham up to 7th in the best of the gold carts for the Jades team. Then it's Max Gian, Owen Byatt in 9th. And rounding out the top 10, Teddy Pritchard-Williams in cart number 55. And he has got Louis Westover behind him. Mario Mills is 12th. And Elliot Harvey is now up to 13th. Freddie Simpson, Stacey and Ed Hack round out the top 15. So what has happened to Oliver Clark? He's down to 22nd. Something has gone wrong, whether it was an incident or whether it was a mechanical problem. Alessandro Serenetti has gone off coming out of the second hairpin. Somebody else was waving madly at his mechanic in the grandstand. Obviously feels he has been wronged in some way. Not sure what the mechanic can do about it. The lead 3 carts onto the banking, and York takes the lead. For the first time all race, Jack Mabin finds himself not in top spot. He's led the first 6 laps as we start lap number 7, and as Owen Byatt sets a new fastest lap in the number 11 cart, the lead 3 are together. Callum Bradshaw has also got past Mabin, and Bradshaw draws up to the rear bumper of Oliver York there, but doesn't make a move yet. And actually, on lap number 7, 3.5 seconds separate the top 10. And that gap can disappear very quickly. Somebody goes across the grass at the Fullerton S's. So Mabin, York, Bradshaw is now being chased by Sam McDonald. So Angus Moolsdale has dropped back from 4th place. They go on to the banking. So it's the 3 BKC teammates running in 2, 3 and 4 on the circuit. Morgan Porter is next. Then it's Moolsdale back in 6th. And Moolsdale has got Matthew Graham, Owen Byatt right behind him. And a slight gap back to Louis Westover, Max Gian and Mario Mills. So it's the top 11. But no, it's Teddy Pritchard-Williams in 12th. And he's 3.8 seconds. So the top 12, very closely matched. The lead 3 drivers, though, going through the Fullerton S's now, with York under pressure from Bradshaw, have just got 8 or 9 tenths in their pockets. And how long is it going to be before the number 37 global karting entry of Elliot Harvey begins to appear at the back of the TV screens when we're looking down the main straight at the lead group? Well, he's not there yet, and there's a gap of 1.5 seconds. Back to Harvey in 13th from Pritchard in 12th. We've only got 3 3/4 minutes to go. Oliver York still leads. Bradshaw has not made a move and is now coming under pressure from his teammate Mabin, who has gathered his momentum back after losing the lead. McDonald, Porter, Mooresdale, that very distinctive blue and gold cart of Graham in the 70, and then the pink and purple number 11 of Byatt. They are trying to join the lead group, but that gap between Mabin and McDonald still 8/9 of a second. And actually, behind Byatt, there's another 4 drivers, all within striking distance as well. Westover, Mills, Gian, and Teddy Pritchard-Williams. And who have we lost? Oh, Matthew Graham has gone. Matthew Graham, or has he? I think Matthew Graham, he hasn't gone. I do apologise, his transponder is not working. So every time the carts cross the start-finish line, Matthew Graham's name drops off the timing screen because head timekeeper Ian Rogers from Tag Heuer has to manually input the data, which is still there. So we're not guessing where he is. We do know, but the actual transponder on Matthew Graham's cart appears to have packed up. Now, further back, Oliver Clark in cart number 62. He's back to 18th now, behind Harrison Wedgbury and Jensen Harvey. Elliot Harvey, no relation to Jensen, still 13th. And still 3.7 seconds separate the top 12. 2 minutes to go. York, Bradshaw, Mabin have maintained that gap over McDonald. It's actually grown now. The top 3 are over a second clear of Sam McDonald. So Bradshaw and Mabin have, I'm not going to say they've allowed Oliver York to lead. That it wouldn't be fair. But they've certainly decided, for the betterment of their chances, let us work with our rival. How long that little treaty is going to hold up? Not for much longer, because we only got 90 seconds to go. McDonald, Graham now up into 5th. Good drive there from Matthew Graham. Byatt 6th. Porter is 7th. And a problem for the number 72 Persistence Motorsport cart. Charlie Hunter looking down, looking a little bit miffed at his cart. Obviously a problem developing. Axel Laflamme is slowing in the number 90 cart. Billy Vasilev in the TMR Developments, number 679, also in that little scrap. Lap number 12 begins. Mabin gives Bradshaw a shove into the lead. And Bradshaw reclaims top spot down the hill. I'm looking down at the banking, and there's 3 wide going on to the banking for about 15th, 16th place. The leaders are at the first hairpin, and you can just see the gap closing between the top 3 and McDonald in 4th place. Bradshaw is in the lead. We've got 25 seconds to go. York vigorously defends 2nd, going up the short chute from Mabin. That costs Jack Mabin a bunch of momentum, and his teammate Sam McDonald is now right there into the Mike Wilson complex, and York has been shelled out to the back of the group. Graham and Byatt have come through, and all this is played into Callum Bradshaw's hands like a dream. We start the last lap. Callum Bradshaw 0.8 of a second in front of Jack Mabin. That's enough for Callum. He knows he doesn't have to defend, and he'll let everyone else battle over 2nd, and battle they are. McDonald passes Mabin. I think that's McDonald. The problem with teammates, they all look the same, but it's Mabin 2nd, McDonald 3rd. Then it's Graham, Byatt, and Mooresdale side by side. No, actually, that's Westover in the other Fusion cart. Oliver York moves back into 2, 4, 5th, 6th position. Westover 7th, and it's Porter 8th, Mills 9th, Gian 10th. Mooresdale has slipped to the very back of that lead dozen drivers. And into the Bobby Game corner. The battle for 6th is 3 wide. Somebody runs onto the grass. I think it may have been Westover, but up at the front, Callum Bradshaw takes the checkered flag. Jack Mabin finishes 2nd. Sam McDonald takes 3rd. It is a 1-2-3 for the BKC team. Matthew Graham for Jade finishes in 4th place. Strong run there for Matthew Graham. He started on the 8th row of the grid, and he just picked off the drivers in front one by one by one. into P4. Well done, Mr. Graham. Owen Byatt, the leading privateer driver, home in 5th position, just ahead of Oliver York. Mario Mills finishes 7th. Max Gian, good run for Max, in 8th. Morgan Porter and Teddy Pritchard-Williams round out the top 10. Angus Mooresdale and his Fusion teammate Louis Westover were next. Ed Hack, after his opening lap exertions, he finishes 13th. Elliot Harvey from the B final to 14th on the grid for the Grand Prix itself. Freddie Simpson Stacey rounds out the top 15. Jensen Harvey, Harrison Wedgbury, Matthew Berry, Oliver Clark and Kyle Connolly round out the top 20.